y'all think of this video? Comments? What do you think now about solidarity?
It was sad that, that wasn't the last one. That was really struck me.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Comment.
Yes.
I attended a conference by Melissa Perry about a month ago at the National Archives, and she was also talking about the African American women that were part of the movement, and what has not been part of the news media is that there's just as many or almost as many women that are killed.
Thank you.
Black men.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. And so this is thank you for bringing that into the conversation. It's a perfect example of the systems that we're fighting against externally occurring internally within the movement. Patriarchy, sexism, racism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So as you do social justice work, there's work that you will need to do for the world. There's work that you'll need to do for the church. There's work that you need to do for your family, for yourself. Like, it's like concentric circles, and we all have a sphere of influence within which we can influence and change and make that change happen. So thank you, Kyle, by the way, for helping with the video. There will be another, a short documentary I mentioned earlier about a teacher who finds a way to help people understand discrimination and privilege from their perspective. It's about an hour or so that we're going to show in this room right after this presentation so that you can get some ideas of what might work, maybe spark some conversation about some things that the church can do, and also to keep in mind, as it was mentioned here on the show, there are activists who are already doing these things, that already have best practices and resources. When you build a relationship with them, you have access to those resources. And I've often had people say, well, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start, I don't know. In your community, whatever social justice issue you want to start with, there's someone working on it. Find that person, find that organization, partner with them, work with them, be a place that they can host meetings, be a place where after church y'all can have a conversation. I've seen that done. Have a conversation after church about XYZ, and people will stay, give them some cookies and some juice. And it'll be good to have these conversations in safe spaces with people of faith so that all of those congregants can go back to their jobs, they can go back to their families, they can go back to their schools. And well at church on Sunday, we talked about Black Lives Matter and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, as opposed to Fox News. I'm going to stop right there. So, yes.
On Gamergate, the Supreme Court ruled just this week in favor of the guy who had posted the misogynist lyrics on Facebook, the threatening lyrics that overturned the verdict. That's breaking news yesterday.
Can you explain for folks that don't know the story, the context?
I don't know if I can fully explain that.
Well, I mean, essentially, that's...
Essentially, he posted what she viewed as a threat, and the judge or the jury ruled against him.
Right.
And the Supreme Court's overturned the verdict, saying that it was he posted rap lyrics, and his defense was, well, it wasn't a real threat. I just posted this threatening language that happened to be.
However, two of the dissenting judges said that this isn't a clear matter one way or another, and they kicked it back to the lower courts.
All right, thank you. So these are things literally happening right now in which our society is trying to figure out legally, ethically, social, all of these things, how to deal with this, right? Because it's a new thing. It's something different than what we've had before. People of faith, we used to have a voice of influence in the public sphere. I know it's sad. But we can again if we embrace this opportunity that we're poised in front of to be voices of influence in the digital sphere, in the technological space. If we can tell folks, well, actually, we believe that God calls us to, speak. Let all of your words be kindness, and this is the kind of thing that we can give to people and help them make these kinds of decisions, and that have that trickle through the consciousness and raise people's expectations of the internet and change the culture. Right? So